Hey, welcome back to another daily vlog. Today I'm here to talk about having the hard conversations. As I am going through this reinvention journey of mine, I am noticing that almost every single day, I'm over exaggerating, almost every single day, I am having some really hard conversations. I'm not sure if you're like this, but I used to be, and I'm saying used to because I have honestly grown out of it. But I used to be the type of person that I have like pre-conversations in my head. And I would like script them out in my head. Like, you know what? I really want to say this to this person, but if I say this, then they're probably going to say this back. And then when they say this back, then I'm going to say that back. Like it would be like a movie being scripted and played in my head, and I would like rethink it over and over and over with different scenarios and different parts of the conversation. And so it would make it very hard for me to have the conversation that I was thinking about, because my thoughts would make the conversation be what I thought it would be. And then so I would never have them. And so now in this new phase of life that I'm in, I find that I'm not even thinking about it. Like as soon as I find my mind about to think about how the conversation can go, I just immediately have it. Like I'm no longer allowing these made up stories and these made up conversations, because that's exactly what they are. These made up stories, these made up conversations live rent free in my head. I'm just having them. Like I'm just at the point where it's like, let's just talk. Let's just have the conversation. Let me just get off my chest what I got to say. We can agree to disagree, but let's just move on. And so that has been like a big part of my growth and my evolution in this season. I think I talked about it in another vlog of just how I'm not afraid to be confrontational. Like I'm not afraid to confront things. And I'm also not afraid to have tough conversations anymore. Another lesson that came out of today is also around the lines of conversation, is in conversation, be okay with not getting your point across. Like, I think before I would be so dead set on the other person understanding my point of view, or the other person getting what I was saying. I'm so over that. Like, I'm not going to say I don't care. I'm not allowing myself to get bogged down with if people understand my point of view. As long as you hear me, you're respectful, I can really care less if you get it, because me sharing and me getting it off my chest isn't for you to get. It's for me to get over. So whether you get it or not, once the conversation is done, I'm over it. And so, yeah, like being okay with having conversations and people not getting it. And also being okay with having conversations and not agreeing. Like, it's okay to disagree. And to disagree doesn't mean that you're fighting. Like, it doesn't mean that you're arguing. It just means that you have a different perspective than the other person. You have a different opinion than the other person. And depending on what you're talking about, whatever that person's lived experience is, will bring them to a different conclusion than you. And that is okay. Like, in conversation, get really comfortable with saying, you know what? I see your point of view. And that's it. Like, you can see someone's point of view and not agree with it. Like, you don't even have to go into, well, I don't agree because this is my perspective. This is my point of view. No, I can see where you're coming from. And that's it, period. That's the end of the sentence. There's no need to prove yourself in a conversation. There's no need, again, for the person to understand where you're coming from or to get it. Sometimes people won't. Sometimes they won't because they just can't. And sometimes they won't because they just don't want to. But that's okay. And so when I used to like play these scripts in my head, it will always be around like, how am I going to get my point across? How am I going to get this person to understand where I'm coming from? How am I going to get this person to get it, to get my perspective, I'm so over that. That is so freaking exhausting. It is so exhausting, but I used to get so exhausted, like playing these things in my head. And sometimes I would have the conversation and then it wouldn't go the way I scripted in my head. Or maybe depending on how the script was in my head, I wouldn't even have the conversation. And so in therapy, there is a cognitive behavioral technique that is called thought stopping. Thought stopping. It's literally a technique that teaches you how to stop your thoughts and track your thoughts. And so I've been CBTing myself. I've been using thought stopping myself. And I literally, this probably sounds a little cray-cray, but when I notice that I'm doing it, because I do catch myself, it's definitely not as bad as it used to be. But from time to time, I do catch myself and I'll literally say, stop. Stop. Like, I'll say it out loud. Like, I don't care if I'm at the grocery store. I don't care if I'm at the bank. I will just holler out, not holler, but kind of say to myself, like, stop. 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 And when I tell y'all, it sound a little cray-cray. I know it sound a little off. Try it. Before you judge, try it. Try it. So I'm going to actually like pull up the actual like clinical definition of thought stopping for you really quick, just so you know I'm not making this technique up. This is literally a thing. Okay, you ready? So thought stopping is a behavioral technique used to block and replace unwanted, stressful, or negative thoughts. Okay? It involves noticing an intrusive thought, interpreting it using a mental or physical cue, and redirecting the mind towards a more positive or neutral focus. And so literally, I would say to myself, stop, bubble of peace. Bubble of peace. And I learned bubble of peace, that terminology, from when I was preparing to give birth and I was preparing for a natural unmedicated childbirth. And then so I went through like this whole hypnosis called hypno babies. Anyways, long story, it was a phrase that I learned to keep yourself grounded. That's what the phrase is for. It's to block out other people and to ground yourself. And so for me, I literally say, stop, bubble of peace, bubble of peace. And so let me just read you a little bit more. Okay, so how the process works. Recognize, catch the negative or repetitive thought as it starts. Interpret, use a sharp cue such as shouting stop in your mind, visualizing a red stop sign or snapping a rubber band on your wrist to break the chain. Replace, immediately swap the old thought with a calming affirmation, a neutral image, or deep breathing. Told y'all I ain't make this up. I'm a whole therapist. Did you not know that? If you are new here, welcome. I am Dr. Kierrah. I am a licensed clinical professional counselor in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. If you are returning, welcome back to my Reinvention Diaries series. So yeah, try it. Like, try thought stopping. If you're the type of person that like avoids tough conversations, you do a lot of scripting in your head, or maybe you want to use thought stopping for something else. I use it for that. But yeah, tell yourself stop and then reaffirm. For me, it's bubble of peace. But anyways, back to the original part of this talk was about just having the hard conversations. Just have them. I know for me, I've been sleeping so good at night. Through this journey, I have not laid my head on my pillow without saying what I gotta say. I just haven't. I have been sleeping peacefully. I'm not tossing and turning. When I get done with conversations, I'm not like, dang, I wish I would have said that differently. Oh, shoot, well, I should have said that. I've just been saying it. And very respectful. Like, I'm not rude. I'm not, nasty. I'm just saying what I have to say so I can just be at peace. Whether you get it, whether you understand, that's for you. That's for you. That's for you. That's for you. I'm not saying what I have to say because I'm trying to win your approval or understanding. I'm saying what I got to say so I can go to bed. Point blank, period. And so that is today's lesson of the day. And I also dropped you a clinical tool for you to use, a cognitive behavioral therapy tool for you to utilize. Trust me, as a therapist, I use it. I encourage my clients to use it, especially when you have those intrusive thoughts. And so, yeah, let me know in the comments. Are you somebody that does this? Do you script out conversations in your head that have not happened? Have you ever used thought stopping before? Are you curious about using it? Are you going to try using it? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. That is it for today. And I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings in my daily diary. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Until next time, be well.